Okay, this video is by request. People asked me to give some opinions on various watches. I did an ugly watch video just giving a quick overview of what constitutes an ugly watch. And this is objective. This is not subjective. This is not just my opinion. These are facts. Okay, some watches are just ugly. And if you like an ugly watch, that's okay. It's all right for you to like an ugly watch. I mean, a lot of people do, evidently, at this day and age, but they're still ugly. So let's go into this. I'm on Watchbox, and I love Tim's videos. I've been watching his videos pretty much every day, and he features some really gorgeous watches, and he also features some ugly watches. And if you read between the lines when he's talking, you can kind of tell the watches that he thinks are ugly, but he won't come out and say it, of course, because they're all his children, and you've got to love all your children. But without further ado, let's talk about some ugly watches. So right here on the home page, we've got a Panerai here. You see that? See that hiding right there? That'd be an ugly watch, okay? These watches over here on the left with the yellow faces, those be ugly. Ugly. Okay. Okay, so now let's go into brands here. Let's go to Rolex. All right. And close that little pop-up. I think that was a Tudor. By the way, I would not recommend buying a Tudor under any circumstances. Do not pass go. Do not buy a Tudor. No reason to do that. They're better watches for the same kind of money. You can even buy an entry-level Grand Seiko on eBay for the money you would pay for a Tudor, and you're going to get 10 times the watch. Okay, having said that, GMT2, again, anything with the maxi case, stay away from that. It's just kind of ugly. They kind of ruin the case. So even this Submariner over here, the one that they've got pictured here, it has the more tapered lugs on it. And of course, a date. If you get, I've been thinking about the date 40, but I think that I would stick with a 36 mil. I think the 40 just looks too cumbersome. Unless you're like an NFL football player and you need something huge on your wrist, if you've got like a 8 or 9 inch wrist. So let's look here. Let's go into the date, the 1803 here. Why is that picture all faded out? I don't know why. But anyway, that's always a beautiful watch, and you can buy these. If you look around, you can get a date 8 in decent shape for $10,000 to $15,000, and always a good move. Much better move than spending $10,000 on a steel Rolex, for example. Okay, so date 8 is always a good move, always a good idea. Now let's go to GMT Master 2 and see what they've got in stock here. Let's see here. And I just like the watch box. That's why I'm on this website. See, here's one with the older case. See how nice those lugs look? $20,000, all gold, GMT. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, buddy. Some people are spending close to this kind of money for a steel Daytona. Can you imagine? They got to have their heads examined. You can buy this watch for about the same amount as a steel Daytona, and man, do you have something on your wrist. And people say, well, I don't buy my watches to impress. And then in the next voice they say, I'm not going to buy, for example, a Grand Seiko because people don't know what it is. Well, which is it? You're not trying to impress somebody, or you want a watch that nobody knows what it is? I mean, what's going on here? You're all contradicting yourselves. So there you go. Buy yourself an 18-karat gold GMT Master 2 and be done with it, and just wear that puppy every day. And by the way, gold watches hold up fine for everyday use. I've worn date 8s for 40 years. They hold up fine. These people that say they're fragile and all this, it's ridiculous. They hold up fine. Don't abuse it, but just normal wear and tear. And as they get little dings or scratches or whatever, they just gain more character. They just look better all the time the more you wear them. By the way, I like the Milgaus. Let's take a look at the Milgaus. You can't go wrong with a Milgaus. And see, that's $69.50 for this one right here. If you want a larger watch, this is 40 millimeter. For a good all-arounder, I think that would be a good move. If you absolutely positively want a Rolex, that's a good move. Let's go back. Let's go to Oyster Perpetual. I've always liked the Oyster Perpetual. Let's go look at here. The one with the black dial, that'd be a good move. $5,000. Call Tim up. Pick that puppy up. Absolutely, that would be a good move. This one down here with this purplish face, you can take or leave that, but it wouldn't be a deal killer. But on this page, I would go with this one with the black dial. Absolutely. Do not pass go. 34 millimeter, that's a nice all-around size. You can wear this for dress. You can wear this all the time and just not worry about it. Just buy the watch and wear it all the freaking time. By the way, the easiest way to lose a Rolex is to take it off your wrist. It's the easiest way to lose a Rolex. All right, now let's see what else we got here. Oh, integral bracelet. Don't buy anything. Remember, anything. Don't buy anything with an integral bracelet. See this here? We're going to click on this so you can see. Okay. This is an integral bracelet. And I don't know why these photos are not showing up right. Maybe you got to click on it. They look like they're kind of faded out. But anyway, the integral bracelet, do not pass go, do not buy anything with an integral bracelet. Okay, let's move back. Okay, now I don't care if it's made by Patek. I don't care who makes it. If it's got an integral bracelet, just pass on it. Okay, I like the turnographs. Let's take a look at the turnograph. Excuse me. I like turnographs, any turnographs. Let's take a look at this one. 36 mil. It's got the white gold bezel, blue face, blue dial, however you want to refer to them. Absolutely. $6,000? Absolutely. Again, I'm not a fan of buying steel Rolexes, but $6,000 makes a lot more sense than paying $10,000, which a lot of people are paying for some of the sport watches. And this is a better all-around watch, and this has a good-looking oyster case. See the nice taper to the lugs. Doesn't have the squared-off maxi case and the squared-off sides that are uncomfortable on the wrist. Remember, this is a wrist watch. You want something that's comfortable on the wrist. Imagine that. Okay, let's go back here. What other Rolex? I think that's it for Rolex. Oh my gosh, you wanted an ugly watch. There we go. There we got an ugly one. Let's click on this. Now, anybody at all that says that's not ugly needs to have their heads examined, needs to talk to a professional. It's a 50 millimeter case too. Or can you imagine? What in the heck would you ever do with that thing? Ugly. Okay. Now let's find a Submariner with a good looking case. Let's do that for you. There you go. See how the lugs are on that? Much nicer. Much nicer. Much nicer from that view too. Absolutely, but that's too much money. Way too much money. It's a specialty item, you know, Tiffany and Company and all that. I wouldn't pay that much for a steel Rolex. Period. Okay, full stop. Oh, I went out of Watchbox Reviews. I didn't want to do that. Okay, now let's go to another brand. Let's go to... let's look at some Pateks. Patek. If you want a dress watch, you know, you go to Patek. Okay, here's an ugly watch. Okay, Nautilus. Okay, full stop. They're all ugly. Let's look at one here. And they're well made. They're, you know, the quality's there and all that, but let's pull this one up. I mean, I'm sorry. It just looks like a watch from the 70s that was an ugly integral bracelet watch. It could just as easily be like a quorum, or, I mean, it's just ugly, ugly. Do not buy, do not pass go, do not buy that watch. Sorry, Tim. Okay, let's find something. Oh, these are all ugly Nautiluses. Let's go find something decent for, if somebody wants a Patek, let's find a decent one for them to buy. I don't have any Calatravas here. Oh, here, Calatrava. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay, let's go into this puppy here. I like these with the nice flowing case. Here we go. This has a similar case design to the Grand Seiko I have coming. That's 18 karat gold. This is an elegant watch. My goodness, call Tim. Do not pass go. Buy this watch today. Look at that watch. Now, personally, I would probably buy one without the date, just because a dress watch you don't wear every day. At least I don't. Now, if you dress in a suit and you wear every day a dress watch, then absolutely get the date. But I would probably get one without the date. That's the GS I've got coming. It does not have the date. 34 millimeter, that's fine. That's a perfect case size for a dress watch. It's going to be very thin. I don't know how thin, maybe 10 millimeter or less. Let's see if they say here. I wish they would say. Idiots are commenting on my video, some trolls. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't say. I guarantee you it's nice and thin. I mean, just an elegant dress watch. Okay, so problem solved. You need a dress watch, buy that puppy, or do like me and spend less and buy a really cool Grand Seiko in 18 karat gold. I'll have a review coming soon. It's supposed to be here Tuesday, day after tomorrow. Let's see here. Wow, this one has a funny looking face. Let's look at this one. Huh. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe I'd have to see it in person. I don't really like the design here, though. I don't like the squared off, and this is not as flowing and beautiful case as the other one. Pass on that puppy. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, if you can step up and buy one with a bracelet, why not? Let's check it out. 37 millimeters. So this one's bigger if you want bigger. See how nice that case, see the shape of that, how it would shape nicely to your wrist, and how it's smoothed off, rounded off, so it'd be very comfortable on wrist. This would be a watch that you could just wear all the time. Absolutely all the time. Don't listen to anybody that says you can't wear an 18 karat gold watch all the time. I did, done that, been there, done that, works fine. I always had a steel Rolex too as a beater watch, but I wore the Date 8 a lot. Nowadays I'm wearing the Grand Seikos, but you can definitely wear these watches. If you can afford it, if this is in your price range, in other words, if you're a multimillionaire, I would definitely buy this watch. I would call Tim up. Why doesn't he give the thickness? Tim, start putting the thickness on this summary here for these watches. I'm sure that's nice and trim. Okay, let's go back. All right, that's enough. That's enough Pateks for you to buy. Let's go to another brand. Let's go to Omega. I've had Omegas, and I'm just not about Omegas anymore. Now that I've discovered Grand Seiko, there's just no reason to buy an Omega. You can buy a Grand Seiko for the same price range, and it's a better watch. But let's go in here and look at these Seamasters. Okay. And they're they tend to be pretty thick too. They're not very trim. Let's look at this gold one though. That's a lot of watch for the money. Can you imagine that's just a little bit more than you'd pay for that steel Daytona? Look at that watch. 36 mil. That's a nice size. It's about the size of a Date 8. That would be a nice all-around watch to wear. You're like, oh, I don't want a gold watch, I want steel. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. People love gold watches. When they see gold, they know what that is. And those of you that say, I don't care about what other people think, yeah, right. That's why you're spending $8, $9, $10,000 for a steel Rolex. And by the way, people aren't going to notice that watch. They don't care. And people that do know what it is, they don't care either because there's too many of them around. Now, you buy something like this is kind of special. Yeah, I'd give that a thumbs up for that price. Tim's blowing that puppy out at a good price. Offer him $11,500 and see if he takes it. Okay, let's get out of here and see what else we got here. Did I tell you that I love Tim's videos? You got to subscribe to his channel and watch every video he does. He does a great job. Let's look at this Seamaster. 38.5 mil. And again, I'm not sure of the thickness on this, how thick they are, but it'd probably be okay. My limit is about 14 millimeters. That's what my GS diver is, and because of the case design and all that, it's pretty comfortable on wrist, and it curves to the wrist, and it works. See how these lugs are kind of bulbous and how the sides are flat? I'm not a fan of that design. I mean, it's not hateful. It's not as bad as the Rolex Submariner, the new maxi case on them. It's probably a little better than that, but they could have done better. I think it doesn't. They don't need this bulky look to it. Let's get out of here. Let's pass on that for now. It's not a total thumbs down, but let's just pass on it. And this one with the orange on it, I just said no. I don't think I'd go that way. I'm not going to say that one's ugly, but borderline on homely looking. Okay. These the Omegas, I don't know. Let's just pass on them completely. Okay. Do you mind that? Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Panerai. Okay. And let's see if we can find a Panerai that's not ugly. No, I don't think so. Let's pass on Panerai completely. Okay, they're all ugly. And let's go to Jaeger-LeCoultre Ultra. Let's go there. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. You say you want complication. Look at this puppy here. If you must have complication. Let's look at this one. Now, I'm not a fan of a white gold or platinum watch because if you're paying all that money, I'd rather it be gold. But it looks like this might be stainless steel. Yeah, this is stainless steel. Well, that's interesting. A complicated watch like that in stainless steel. Let's see what the case looks like on the side. Yeah, this could be... See how it's got a sharp edge at the end there? It doesn't round around. I think I'd pass. Let's just do a pass on that. Let's not call it ugly, but let's pass. Let's look at this one here. And let's look at the side of it. Again, it's very thin. It's elegant, but I don't like sharp edges on a dress watch. I like it to curve and flow very smooth. So when you move your hand around on your wrist, it just feels very nice. I mean, gold that's rounded off and shaped like that, there's nothing else that feels like it on the wrist. But when they square them off like that, no, 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 no. Let's see what else we got here. Let me give this a fair shot. Let's look at this puppy here. All right, let's look here. No, again, I think I just go back to the Pateks that I picked. I think I just will just pass on what I'm seeing here. And then I'm sure Tim might be able to come up with something for you that has the right case shape in it if you want that brand. Okay, so let's go to Audemars. Ugly. Look at these ugly watches. Oh, boy. Look at that offshore there. I mean, you just hit that thing with an ugly stick, smacked it like halfway across the room. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's look at this one here. Let's see if there's anything here we want to buy. Let's look at this one and see what we've got going on. No, I mean, no, I don't want that crease there. I don't want that squared off like that. No, 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 no. It's nice and thin. I mean, if somebody gave it to me, if it was a gift, yeah, but look how this clasp is all squared off. Look at that. There's no reason for that. No, 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 no. Let's give them another shot. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything at all. Like in Troy when Brad Pitt said, "Is there anyone at all?" Okay, let's look at this. I generally don't like square watches, period. But let's see if we could make an exception here. I don't think so. No, I mean, just look how no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's go to Breitling. Okay, Breitling. Too busy, too busy, too busy. Navitimer, no. I'm not going to call it ugly, but I'm just going to skip. Now this one, the cockpit, I can absolutely call that one ugly. Ugly. That's like the kids with the hoodies would wear or something. You know, they don't know how to dress. They have no clue. Get off my lawn, kids. Okay. This chronomat is ugly. Okay. If we would find anything on here that I would wear. So far, nothing, as far as the thumbnails go. No, they've jumped the shark. Get out of here. We're not going there. Okay. IWC. Back in the day, I liked some IWCs. I liked me some IWCs back in the day, 30, 40 years ago. But I'm not seeing anything that pops my collection. Let's look here and just see. He's got 18 units in this section. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Ooh, look at this one here. Look at this. What do we got here? The dial probably looks better in person, I would guess. But let's see the side. Yeah, no, these are too squared off, these lugs. That's just going to look ugly on the wrist. It's just not going to look good. And I think the dial would probably look ugly in person too. Okay, let's look here. See what we got here. Nope, I don't like that case design. Let's pass on that. See, it's not hard to make these decisions, folks. Are you getting the idea of how you make these decisions? Let's look at F. Pigeon. Don't buy something because some log roller watch pundit is pushing it. And if everybody's going that direction, it's probably a bad direction to go. Like everybody's buying steel Rolexes for too much money right now. It's probably not the direction you want to go. Okay, let's see here. I'm not seeing anything that I would want to wear every day. I'm looking for everyday watches. I'm looking for a high-quality watch you can buy and wear and enjoy, not something that you're going to look at close-up photos of on every website out there and you've never seen in person and isn't good on wrist and isn't practical. That's not the kind of watch I'm looking for. All right, so we're going to pass on this brand for now. Let's go here and shop. Let's go to... So see, he doesn't even list Grand Seiko on here, but I can search Grand Seiko because I know he has them. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Yeah, see, I don't want one with the squared off crown guards. I don't like those. That's not attractive. Let's see here. This high beat GMT is nice. This GMT here, spring drive, is nice, but I don't like those squared off crown guards. And I would rather get the newer dial with the Grand Seiko at the top. Although my dress watch that's coming has the Seiko at the top. I made an exception there because it's really a cool looking watch. By the way, I'll show you the watch that's coming. There's the watch that's on its way and will be here on Tuesday. So there you go. And there's more of them on eBay if you want to buy one. It's a good deal. All right, let's see here. This watch is interesting. What is this? What is this? Again, I'm not a fan of the way those lugs are. It's okay, but I like kind of a lot of the things about this watch, but no, I don't like that. I'd have to pass on that. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this spring drive for $29. This must be the base model. There's one of these on eBay, by the way, for a good price as well. 39 millimeter. Yeah, this is the watch. This is a basically entry-level spring drive. This, and see, I like the way those lugs, see how they taper down and they wrap around your wrist. It has a little bit of a, you know, a sharp edge here, but it also has some contours to it, and it's got a lot going on. It really looks nice in person, and these are comfortable on wrist. Now this one's stainless, so it's going to be heavier than my titanium watches that I have, which are even more comfortable. But for an entry-level watch, for a watch that you just want to get and wear for years and years, it's going to be super accurate, super high quality. This is okay. Now this one has the older dial with the Seiko at the top, Grand Seiko at the bottom. There is one on eBay right now with Grand Seiko at the top for about the same price, I believe. Or maybe it's $3,100. I don't know. It's in the price range. I think he reduced it. Let's see if I can find it. No. Let's my eBay watch list. I think I put it on my watch list. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So yeah, it's $2,900. And this one's got the new dial on it. That's a heck of a deal. Somebody should snatch that puppy up. Okay, so it's about the same price as this, but it's got the newer unit. Okay, so let me go back here. And this one again has Grand Seiko at the bottom. This one has Grand Seiko at the top, 5400. I guess that's the Snowflake. Yeah, that's the Snowflake. And of course I've talked about the Snowflake. It's a gorgeous watch. Very comfortable on wrist because of the titanium. Very, very, very comfortable. Wear all the time watch. Now, not really for dress because it's about 12.5 millimeters thick and it's 41 millimeters. So you can wear it. I've got, in some of my videos, you can see I have it under a shirt cuff. But the dress watch I have coming is going to be much thinner. Where is it? Oh, well, I already moved away from it. But anyway, it's going to be much thinner, like maybe 10 millimeters or something. I mean, it's very trim. So for dress, I mean, you want something like that. That's where that Patek Calatrava comes in. So new arrivals. Let's look at what he's gotten in new. Again, I would pass on the square case here. This Omega DeVille. We might take a look at that. Here's another one. He's got 3 of them. Yeah, I saw a couple of these videos. Here's a Submariner with the correct case, and that's not bad. $89.50. You know, if you got to have a sub, call Tim up. He'll ship it to you. But let's look at this DeVille. Well, I don't like the way those lugs, that seam on those lugs. What in the heck are they doing that for? Let's look here. See the seam here where the lugs go up? No, no, no. Who is designing these watches? Look at that. No, 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 no. Let's get out of here. All right. And then we got square Panerais. Gag me with a fork. Look at that. A steel and gold day chest for $5,000. I mean, you can wear that all the time. I would ask Tim how much stretch there is in the bracelet. Going by these photos, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty tight. I would buy that in a heartbeat over spending too much money for a steel sport watch. This puppy here, you could wear anytime, anywhere. You can wear it for dress, for casual. I think it's classy looking, and it's got that classic oyster case. Nice shape to it. It looks sharper than it is in person. It's actually, these are very comfortable on wrist. Yeah, and he says, make offer? Are you kidding me? I'm almost ready to buy that puppy, and I don't even need it or want it, and I'm still almost ready to buy it. Tim's doing some deals. It's got no box or papers. That's one reason. But they're reputable. You know, you can buy from these guys with full confidence. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you got a kind of an overview of how you can determine if a watch is ugly or not. And again, this is not based on my opinion. This is based on facts. And if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. It's simple as that. But I love you. And I love all my trolls. You know, you guys are really cool. You're a mess. You know, you're totally disorganized, and you know, it's pretty much a disaster area wherever you live. But, you know, free rent in the basement of your mom's house is not a bad deal. You know, you get some water leaks here and there, and you get a little bit of mold, but, you know, you can deal with that. You guys are young. Some of you, well, 35, 40 years old to me is young, right? I mean, I'm 60 plus. So, you know, you guys in the mom's basement that are 35, 40 years old, to me, that's young. So anyway, carry on and put your trolling comments down below and buy that Rolex Datejust from Tim. Do not pass go. And I'm going to stop this recording.